A little extra worm, that's fine.
But poultry doesn't have much of a flavor at all when it's
That's
raw.
why you gotta season it and
No, like turkey. Turkey has a very good flavor once it's cooked, but raw, it, it's like chicken. There's no flavor to it.
cause it's mostly water. You have to cook the fat to get it to get
Cook
flavor.
the fat into it to flavor it, yeah.
See,
That's
what I
why-
like are steaks when you cook them just enough to where they're still really bleedy,
Yeah.
but it like kind of fries the fat along the sides, so those are that's
Grills
real
it.
crispy and
Well, yeah, and a
See,
good
now-
steak
yeah,
has
I
to
like
have a
mine
nice proportion of fat
with
to it.
a
If it's
little-
too lean, you don't have
with
much
a little
flavor.
pink
no.
on the inside.
He likes his medium. We like ours medium
Yeah.
rare.
I like mine more medium because it still gets the texture to me when it's a little raw is too gummy. And I don't like that. I like a little bit of toughness to my meat.
Yeah.
That way I know when I'm biting into it, my teeth gotta work. Not gummy wise, but they have to actually like.
Well,
yeah,
for
it's
me,
a good texture
the
feeling to
thinner
it.
the cut, the slice of beef, the more rare it can be. Like with a roast,
Yeah. Okay. I
a really
understand
rare
that.
roast, if it's sliced thin, it doesn't matter how rare it is.
But the problem you find with thin sliced things,
They're more expensive.
no, they cut out
All the fat,
every
yeah,
bit
that's
of the
true.
fat.
Yep.
And it's like, really?
That's the
nowadays,
good part.
Well, now even nowadays, it's hard to find fat on any cuts anymore. Unless
Sure.
you buy,
Well, just like it's
unless you
hard to
buy
find
T-bone.
fucking skin on chicken.
Yeah, you can't.
90% of the time it's skinless chicken. And the
Well,
skin
see,
is the best part.
Even boneless, skinless chicken from
Well, it
Reichert's.
depends on how you're making it. If you're marinating the chicken, no skin. If
I
you're
know, but
frying it, skin.
Even boneless, skinless chicken from Reichert's has some of the skin still,
on it.
on it that
Yeah.
they didn't get off of it.
It's a little bit of fat that they leave to you to trim off if you want to trim it off.
As to where, like in stores, the reason why that
Though I don't
is
like getting
because it's-
bacon from Reichert's because it's not cut thin enough. It's too thick and
What?
bacon is all right if it's 70-80% fat as long as it's cut thin. But if
No, that's
it's,
the cheap crap.
yeah,
But you're looking to pay a lot for
more
the,
for a thinner cut. Yeah,
the better cut.
that's why I prefer to get just
The
normal
good
bacon.
cut's is about the same price as in stores.
Yeah.
Well, you see, I think that cut is more so for like burgers.
Well, the kind of cheap cut, the thick chunks of bacon that aren't even slices, they're just kind of bacon wedges. That would be good for like a chili,
Or a pizza.
Chili
yeah,
con
or a
carne.
pizza. Perfect for a pizza.
Best served chili.
Chili with a little honey glazed barbecue with bacon in it, or beans and bacon. Not-
Pork and beans.
pork and beans, yeah.
beans.
I used to like pork and beans, and I think I
Yeah.
OD'd on it when I
No.
went camping.
No, I don't like pork and
We'd
beans.
get the little tiny wieners, the cocktail wieners, and put it in it.
Oh, the Venus sausages.
Yeah. Those were good. But I OD'd on it.
I get those occasionally, and I had gotten them not too long ago, and they, ugh.
Oh, you know what I should make as a dinner snack for Monday night, one of these weeks? Those water chestnut,
Oh, the bacon.
Vienna bacon
Yeah, little
barbecue.
cocktail weenie.
Yeah. That would be perfect. Just lay it down and we can snack on them all night.
Well, what you do is, see,
Get all our controllers greasy. We played Monopoly last week. I put up a damn good fight.
yeah, I lost.
put-
It went. Gretchen lost first, then I lost.
And I suck at Monopoly.
She was about ready to lose.
And I had hardly any property, but I was holding
It was
on.
the cheap properties that
I had
won.
the two
The
cheapest.
very cheap properties.
But he
'cause
had
it was
a
that
whole
one
bunch of 'em.
side,
But
that
yeah.
one side that nailed every one of us.
I put up a good fight. Boy, you should have seen us bartering. We were trying to after all the property was bought. We were haggling galore. I was like trying to beg Gretchen not to sell Kyle any more property. Seriously, but yeah,
Kyle won.
Kyle won. Fucking Jew, Kyle.
Well, it does
Goddamn
involve
Jew.
money.
Yeah. So is this our test or are we going?
You can call it whatever you want.
We should just go. We've been talking about decent subjects. Meat. Is This is the non-vegan section of our
and
podcast.
Oh, dude, the other day I actually had probably the closest thing to a vegan meal, but the pepperoni ruined it.
I like veggie pizzas.
I mean, I don't mind. Don't get me wrong. Vegan
But I
meals
couldn't
aren't that bad,
I
but
couldn't
to
eat it
have
all
it
the
on
time,
a steady
yeah.
diet, and because that's the whole point of us being herbivores,
Omnivore.
omnivore,
Yeah.
is where we eat both. You know, you don't have to stick to one diet.
Well,
or
our
the
metabolism and our digestive system isn't meant. Yes, we can survive, but our bodies have to adapt to it, and it's not exactly. I mean, yes, it's healthy in some ways, but it's not healthy in
Well,
others.
it's just like if you just went on a straight meat diet,
Like,
it's bad for
it's
you
bad
too.
for you. Yeah, a vegetarian. Well, like what Jessica was running into. She was vegetarian, not full on vegan. She'd eat fish every now and then, but one of her charity acts that she likes to do once a month is donate blood. And she was so much of a vegetarian that she couldn't donate blood anymore. She didn't have enough iron in her blood, even with supplemental pills. It's just not the same. So she started eating a little bit of red meat a couple times a week.
You should do what I do and just.
It's fine.
The poultry doesn't have.
Yeah, see, sounds fine.
So that was our check inside our podcast check, right?
Yep.
We usually do a sound check first, but
Oh, I managed to get to the file that's writing as we go.
that was our sound check.
So yeah, this is behind the scenes now.
And it's on the fly.
Well,
you know.
we have no deleted scenes or unedited, because it's all unedited.
Well, there's a few things that I've
Well,
got.
we
that
do
were-
have a few, yeah, audio clips, sound checks that were funny. But anyway, so this is our Friday podcast, our every other Friday now podcast.
Yep.
Arrgh. I know, it's 10 o'clock at night and I'm still yawning. Blame the weed.
No, it's almost 10:30.
Yeah, it is. That's
Quick,
true.
it's 10:30 somewhere.
Excuse me.
Hey, that's my attitude.
Alright, let's get
Let's
on
get
with
with
the
the
show.
first
Oh, how did you like that bit on Psych last week?
Last week.
Well, it's 7 somewhere. When he handed him the beer.
I like
Oh,
the whole
yes.
Shining bit they did.
Yeah, that was creepy. It made me wonder if those old women were not the actual kids.
Oh, from the original?
Well, with Psych, you never know,
Yeah,
because
they
they
could have
always
been.
pull shit like that.
They could have been.
We gotta get the girls from Shady.
We'll have to Google that after the show.
Alright. May contain content not appropriate for kids.
Boys,
Is this Bubblegum Chainsaw?
boys.
Yeah, supposedly it's been pre-ordered for me. I saw this preview about 2 months ago, and supposedly it's been pre-ordered.
Yeah.
It's like a female version of Duke Nukem, I think.
But yeah, zombie basketball.
Touch me!
Hours of total awesomeness. Your friends and fellow students transformed into the undead.
Yeah, that's what I got right now. Bubblegum Chainsaw.
Get ready for sex. Get ready for
I'm surprised this one didn't get flagged by
ready for rock and roll.
our government politicians.
Oh, they're trying.
Oh, Lollipop Chainsaw. Sorry.
There's a few organizations that are already starting to bitch about it.
Well, because we seen that one a few months ago. I showed the preview
Yeah.
of it, but we didn't get to actually see the instant. It was just a preview, you know, that I played on the show. And
Yeah, and they threw a whole bunch more out because it's getting ready to come out.
Yeah. Well, I hope Texas pre-ordered it for me. If not, it's no big deal. I got stuff to play right now.
Hey, if you pre-order, one of the characters you can play as looks kind of like Betty Page. And everybody knows she's
Who's
the
Betty
goddess of
Page?
women. because she's not blonde and she's smart.
Who's Betty Page?
Sounds familiar.
Betty Page is a pinup goddess.
Oh, she's a Playboy.
No, she basically started the concept.
She's a calendar girl.
Yeah. And
She's-
just decided to do it
she's about-
topless one time.
She's about 90 years old
I
now.
thought you were gonna tell me something that
She's
she was
dead.
in a movie.
She's
or
not a
something
goddess
like that.
anymore.
Well,
She's just a really
she's an icon
Yeah.
now.
ex-goddess icon.
Whoa! Vito, that's mineral water!
That should be the picture for this clip.
Birds and fish haven't had a chance to poop in it. It's bubbling. It's clean. It's full of minerals. Alright, it's good for digestion. Digest bricks, leather jackets, British cuisine, Icelandic cuisine, and this goat on a boat, which is probably a popular dish in Icelandic cuisine. Make yourself a sandwich out of pig and 2 iPads. All that you
Pig
always
and 2
wanted.
iPads.
The recipe. 1 milk, 1 banana, 1 jet fighter you knock from the sky with a crossbow. Whoa! It's your energy, not a wanted body part. Use this energy for fun. Catch an electric eel and then spin it so fast that it
That's
rips
Freddie
and
Mercury.
does continue and takes you to the future.
Fucking believable.
If you're not into time trials, get a 5-star and drag it up with the sex in the breeze now. Or same sex, I don't care. You'll be sexy like a tiger in a planet. About size of the universe. Hard to comprehend? Well, not anymore. Minerals in vitro dust are good for your brain too. Your wits will be so sharp, you'll be able to slay vampires with them. Hey, Edward! Knock, knock!
My Little
It's good for
Pony.
your lap too. Vitro dust will drastically reduce your chances of seeing these things and being raped by a gang of bandits. Not afraid of bandits, but having others. Magnesium will manage that.
This commercial for water,
Yes.
Vita water.
From the people that had to have done the whole power thirst
I
thing.
don't care. Wonder how it tastes like. Take a greasy teenager, Eastern European builder, and 3 random animals. Then put them all into a hot jacuzzi of hot sweat for 2 hours. After 7 days of fermentation, that substance will taste better than people are. So it's not for pussies, you see. It's for man who can handle the raw awesomeness of minerals.
What the hell, man?
Pure squeezy earth juice. Vitamin is earth juice. Fuck yeah! Right on the cracker. Also cheese. Smart choice. You choose boobs, you choose earth juice. They are equally good. Vitamin mineral water. It kills hangovers. It's good for ya. It's earth juice. Oh, look at him.
That's an awesome commercial. Keep that. Yeah, I may send that to Texas. Single clip if it's long enough.
Well, I think Ron wins strangest clip this time around.
That'll be
Yeah.
the only one you can send.
That's okay. I'll send it all by
Unless
itself.
I find something else that's really small.
That little kitten one. That dog cat.
We'll see.
The Three Stooges NES version, huh? Oh my god. There was nothing Nintendo would make, seriously.
Ghostbusters 2.
If there was a movie in the 80s, NES came out with it on video game.
You win the house?
How did they get away with that copyright?
What?
Three Stooges?
Showing Ghostbusters 2 and then having it be the Three Stooges.
Maybe they bought the rights, or copyright wasn't copyright infringement wasn't that popular back
With
then.
the game. Yeah. They
Game
tend to
industry
not
back then.
they tend not to go on about copyright if it wasn't a popular item.
Yeah, we can cut now.
Like, you know
Yes.
that really, really famous scene in Star Trek? That bad fight with Shatner and the lizard guy on the rock
That
scene?
is on damn near
Everything.
everything.
You want to know why it's on everything? Because it's one of the least popular episodes when it aired, so it was one of the few episodes that didn't get heavily copyrighted. Now it's one of the most popular because everybody got to play it everywhere because it wasn't heavily copyrighted, you know, which goes to show the copyright assholes, you know, that
Only
are
go after what
hardcore,
they
you know,
think
that
that'll
if
make them money.
Uh,
don't stress the copyright so much and things get, you know, viral and shared all the time instead of, oh, you can't share that, blah, blah,
Boy,
blah.
you know
then
that-
they get more
I
popular.
know, but Coy, you know that they're the ones, the copyright companies, like MPAA companies,
Yeah,
are the ones that started the torrent sites.
I know. It's
They're
all
the ones
bullshit.
that made
Yeah.
them up, put them out there, advertised them, and then they complain when people use them. It's their way of finding what's popular and then punishing
And
the
then
people
punishing
that
the people that let them know what's
got
popular.
it popular.
Yeah.
So that way they can make more money.
But my point is that if they didn't do that, then more things would be popular. Alright.
Friday night, and I'm in Rundle Mall in
Oh, look at that
Adelaide.
beard.
Rundle Mall's become famous for having some really awful anti-gay Christian preachers, so I am going to go up and say hi to them and maybe have a bit of fun. No, I'm okay. Yeah, well, look, maybe you don't know you are. Well, if I say you don't know you're a pedophile. Are you a pedophile? Maybe I haven't met the right kid.
They're trying not to smirk at that.
He knows everything about everyone. Oh, I don't believe they got to pick a cup if you want to know that. Okay, and so Peter's got all this information, and he's got to keep the information somewhere. Did Mary give consent to God to have Jesus? He impregnated her while she was asleep. That sounds like date rape to me. Before we get to all this, you could say that in heaven there are lots of Peter-philes. Peter-philes? Got lots of Peter-philes?
The devil. I agree 100% with these Christians.
Guys!
Oh my god.
God,
Jesus and the devil, I know they're friends. Jesus and the devil making out.
Oh my God, a cross! Jesus Christ!
Oh, what you're doing isn't a mockery. Hold a sign if you're what?
Thanks for watching the video. Remember, I'm doing a comedy show in Adelaide Town Hall on March the 22nd, and I'm selling all the tickets by hand. So, email Simon.
That was funny. I like that kind of in-your-face humor with those kind of religious zealots.
well, I just like a lot of religious people.
What, apathetic to your own religion? That's how a lot of religious people are.
No, I just hate people that are overly religious. I see no reason in religion. I think you're either good or you're bad. Stop arguing about this stupid little shit. Get over yourselves.
Actually, there is a point to religion.
There is a
It's
point to
stories.
Yeah, it's the same
There's
point.
stories to guide you,
Yeah,
but people
just
put
like
it as
folklore.
scripture,
Yeah.
and it's
They
bullshit.
focus. They basically they read into it too much.
It would be like starting a cult of Stephen King, and instead of taking the actual stories like it, you take the little tiny petty shit, you know, the filler dialogue, and you make that your whole world.
No. He uses autobiography.
Yeah,
as,
there you
as the word.
Too
And
bad
then
Christ
use
didn't
The
write
Church
an
of the
autobiography.
Fawns. Hey.
And then use excerpts from, oh God,
Well,
that
if you
one
think
really
about it-
bad
said
movie.
that.
Maximum Override. Or Maximum Overdrive.
Oh, yeah. Which was like a 5-page story.
And was one of his worst movies, even though it was amusing.
Well, it wasn't one of his movies, it was a movie that someone did based on his short story. Like a lot of other movies, you know, like,
But at least we did get to see the cash machine tell him to go fuck himself.
I mean, like, oh, what was it? I want to say Graveyard Shift, 5-page story. you know? Whole movie. Night Flyer, 3-page story. Whole movie.
Good movie though.
Yeah, it was a good movie. But the writers had to do a lot of
Filler.
filler, you know, which is what the church does with
Oh,
the Bible.
no, I know, but that's kind of what they do with a lot of H.P. Lovecraft stuff.
Well, not if the movie's made right. I mean, because
No, because a lot of his
was very
stuff,
vague, yes, on
no,
the description.
were just short,
Oh, short stories,
like
yeah.
one-page article
Yeah,
stories
but
that they
all
turned
of his
into.
short stories connected to each other.
I gotta start the potatoes.
You know, so it was like one continuous long story that kept going and going. It just kept bringing in new people, like the Silent Hill story. You know, new characters, same story. You know, usually for H.P. Lovecraft, it was usually a cop or a detective or a scientist who discovered the Necronomicon or a cult of Cthulhu and became immersed in it.
I love the whole Necronomicon thing because people think it's a real book. And yes, it is a real book.
Now-
However,
Now it is. People have
it's based on, yeah.
Well, H.P. Lovecraft, when H.P. Lovecraft wrote about the Necronomicon,
He
was
studied
talking,
the old
yeah,
texts
how
that there are
tomes,
text
books,
stuff.
wizard books, things like that, but none of them actually had names. You know, they were grimoires.
They were just they were
Basic
called old
grimoires.
ones.
They were called grimoires.
I know, but they were called the old ones.
Yeah. Oh,
So
the
that was
creatures.
correct.
Yeah. I mean, he basically took a lot of
But
old
The
stories
Cthulhu
and just
mythos was what
He
he gave
created,
a
yeah.
actual name to
yeah,
what the old ones would be
Right,
called.
it-
The
like-
old ones
like
were.
he named the planet that they came from because, like, you know, stories of aliens, but no one knew exactly where they came from. So he said Yagus was the name of the planet, you know, and just he adapted.
By giving things names, he kind of gave it a face, so to
Yes.
speak.
Well,
And
the
Cthulhu
the
was
face
the
of
female
Cthulhu.
vagina.
face of Cthulhu was his literal version of the female vagina. Well, not literal with all the tentacles
What he
and all.
thought it looked like.
Before
because
he ever
he-
had seen one, you know, that is what he imagined it to be like, you know. And he had women issues. He wasn't gay, and he liked women, but he was very awkward and shy around them. So it took him a long, long time to start dating, and so his imagination went crazy.
He should have just started hanging out with lesbians.
Just like that, what was it? Did
There
H.P.
were no
Lovecraft?
open lesbians
was
back
that
then.
a story, the H.P. Lovecraft one
Hmm.
about
The animated.
Edgar Allan Poe?
Oh,
Was that an H.P. Lovecraft?
I know that.
The one where he went
yeah.
mad.
Well,
Edgar Allan Poe went
H.P.
mad.
Lovecraft read a lot of Poe. Poe inspired H.P. Lovecraft. Poe and a couple of other dark writers.
I know, but wasn't that movie that we watched where Poe's wife was ill?
The Black Cat,
Yeah.
that was based on a Poe story. Or was that H.P. Lovecraft? I don't
Yes,
know.
that's what I was
But I
trying to
know that
remember.
basically Poe was alive when H.P. Lovecraft was alive, and H.P. Lovecraft wanted to be like Poe.
Wanted to be as successful as Poe, but Poe was never really successful
Until after he died. Well, Poe was
he was, but he wasn't.
short story writer.
Sort of like H.P. Lovecraft.
Right.
Too.
Poe was a shorts. That's why you can buy the complete works of Poe in one book, because they were all just a bunch of short stories.
All right.
So is Xbox Arcade, is this that robot shooting one? Oh no. This is South Park.
Gingers.
Gingers are soulless robots. That's why I made my bad guy in Fallout 3 a ginger.
Gentrification.
South Park. What? Oh, okay. Can't wait for it.
Coon. Spring.
Mysterion.
This spring, so the next month or two.
So it'll be for arcade, it'll be a downloadable. Nice.
We only got like a month. Because technically, We're going into spring this month.
Yeah. Alright. Oh man.
But it's South
that's good.
Park, so I'll support it.
Are we doing veggies too?
Did you want veggies?
No, we don't have to.
If you want veggies, it's fine.
No,
It's just,
it's okay. I'd eat the leftover veggies. Just butter them up and they'll unshrivel. Wait.
Is
Before
this
we-
dude drunk?
No. Spanish singer following a trumpet parade. Horse either one doesn't like the rider or two doesn't like the trumpets, but this horse.
yeah, just watch.
I mean, the horse keeps telling him, no, I don't want to do it, right? So, he's making it.
Screw
The
that.
horse doesn't like the trumpets behind, right? Here it goes. Horse is sick of it. Not only does it jump and rear, but it tries to smash him.
Oh,
It doesn't just try to buck him off. It tries to
I mean,
fucking body slam him. And it succeeds. I think he probably has a broken leg and he doesn't realize it. But yeah,
that's why you don't fuck with horses.
seriously. That horse did not like him at all. Is there anything this guy likes about gaming?
A lot of these are valid, though.
I don't know. The last one was only semi-valid.
So do a video response on
Nice pixelated version.
This
of
is a
himself.
video response to my friend the Sainted Magnus, and it's 10 things that you hate about gaming. None of these are in any particular order whatsoever, because it's not like I could ever put a number beside how much something ever fucking pisses me off. I would always just say it's at maximum fucking level. So let's start this off with an oldie but a goodie. DLC can suck my fucking dick, okay? Literally, whip out my Irish member, choke the motherfucking DLC to death. Okay, if you want to do DLC, that's all fine and good. Do it right. Give us bang for our buck, okay? Bang for our buck. Alright, if you want to see good DLC, go see Fallout 3 and
Yeah,
Borderlands. Okay,
yeah,
that's great
fuck
DLC.
yeah, 6 hours and I'm not
Right,
even
Irish
done
just
with the
like up
first
whole
DLC.
figure, and I give you my approval and thumbs up and whatnot. See, that's approval. You know what is not good DLC? See Capcom. That's bad DLC. Fanboys. Fanboys show up in every generation of gaming, and they never get any
I think
better.
everyone
They always just
agrees,
seem
though,
to
that
go
Capcom is
in
just
and turn
fucking
into
beating a
bigger
dead
heaps of
horse.
shit that you just want
Probably.
to absolutely destroy. And how can you not? They
I
have
mean, some
the
DLC's
most
good, some DLC's bad. That's
opinions,
why I wish you
quotation
could
marks,
demo
you see how these
DLC
quotation marks? Yeah,
before you
opinions,
actually purchase
okay?
it. That way you know if you're
Anybody
getting
within gaming,
what you
because
want.
90% of the
Like,
time,
for Gears, they
literally
have so much
no
DLC
fucking
for
self-control. What they're saying at
weapon
all. And that's what fucking
skins.
kills me, is
I
that
won't
they're
bother
apparently
downloading that shit.
fans,
What's the
and
point?
then
Oh,
there's
you got a
just
cool looking gun.
assholes.
You know what
Okay,
the
they're
problem with that is? If you
asshole
want to
region,
play
alright?
online
And
with someone
just
else that
fuck
doesn't
off,
have
really.
those
It's
weapon
just-
skins, you
If you wanna
can't.
know what a fanboy is,
So it's better
ultimately,
just
it's
not to get
somebody
those kind of
who
perks.
takes
You
Yeah.
just don't.
stupidity, retardation, and just bloody all fuckery, rolls it up into a
Extra
nice big
characters
fatty,
are okay as long
smokes
as they're
that
not
motherfucker and blows it
unlockable
right
through
into your
gameplay.
face and expects you to fucking grin and bear it. No, fuck that. Quite frankly, to all fanboys, I would fucking break you. And fact is, nobody would cry at all about it. If anything, I'd win a fucking medal. I'd have a whole bunch of people going and applauding my
Fanboys, but
efforts and my
Capcom
hard work,
fans-
and I'd have a parade.
No, just
celebrating
fanboys
the
in
demise of your
general that
fucking
will buy any
fanboyism that
stupid
needs to be
shit
put
that they
to an
release
end.
just
Game companies
because.
that decide that they don't
I
need
don't know,
to
you're
listen
kinda
to
like
the
that with Dragon
consumer
Ball
base,
Z.
their fan
No.
base, and to the
And
people
Resident
ultimately
Evil
that keep them
and
afloat.
Sonic.
We keep
Not
you as
with
a company,
Sonic.
you wanna
How many
ignore
copies
us?
of
We
Sonic
have a
do you
problem
have?
with something, yet you go and ignore us and
All
do
the
same thing
games.
over
If
I,
it's
I
more
have
than-
most
and
of
over
them. I
again.
don't
We
have
say that
them
we would
all.
like you to bring set
But you
point
would if you
over
could.
to
No,
our
because the
neck of
ones I
you
don't
don't
have
want
suck.
them.
Ah.
And you continue
But
to
still-
And I
do
never
this,
supported
even
the,
we'll
offi-
say
the
on
official
record that
release
you
I have to
because I
say-
waited until I got them
I
used.
go
But it
fanboy
just doesn't
for
matter, and you wonder
horror
why your
games.
fucking
I
sales
do.
are slipping. The
Fangirl,
overabundance
whatever.
of Me Too gaming. Alright, I
But-
understand the fact that Call of Duty is a big flagship franchise, but get the fuck over it. You Get the
Yeah.
fuck over it,
I
okay?
mean,
Anytime that you play the
I haven't played any of the other Call of Duty games, but I know that Black Ops isn't necessarily related to the story. You're a different character that goes off having memory flashes of different events that happened in the past. None of them are really. I mean, Call of Duty is basically, if it's military operation, you don't have a base character or anything like that. Same with Halo. You have Halo armor, and you're killing aliens.
In their shadow. Whatever
Halo's
happens
good for
to
frag
local
tag.
multiplayer and co-op and everything. Granted, we get co-op experiences nowadays, but it seems like for the most
But if you
part,
wanna play a
I
military
cannot play
game
too many of my games
for
in
story
like
and
split screen
frag
or
tag,
even four-player
Gears of
split screen
War,
for those of the Nintendo
Pitbulls,
64 era.
better
Huzzah!
story.
Yeah, why is it that you just don't want us to
Though I
do
will
that?
admit,
Like,
one of the
here's thing,
Halos
I have
has something
friends.
I
My
like.
friends can come down and
Really,
hang out, or I can
this
take my shit to their
Skulls,
place.
Headhunter.
But then we both have to go
You
onto
play
different
Swords and
TVs and
Skulls,
sign on to
Swords
different
Only,
accounts onto
Headhunter
different
mode.
systems to be able to play the game
That's
together.
pretty fucking fun.
Please, game companies, fucking realize we have friends that sit in the same room together. This does happen. We don't want to have a fucking LAN party anytime that we want to enjoy a game together.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry.
I don't want to
Let's
have to
be
have
all
everyone
fucking
coming over
way.
for
Make it an
game
option.
tonight
Make
to
it
bring
See,
happen.
a
him
different
bitching about-
console over.
Yeah, him bitching about split screen is valid.
Yeah, it
And
is.
that's something we've been bitching about for a while
Well, you
now.
can system link, but you can only system link so many systems together.
With all your emotions and everything, and the gameplay, then build it from the ground
You know,
up
I
to
have
take
4
advantage
people
of
over
that
gamer
hardware
night.
so that it works right. Do not just go
Only
with
so
a
many
fucking
people get to play at a time split
tack it
screen,
right onto the
or you're
fucking
stuck
game and
playing
say,
so
"Look,
many games
now
because
all of a sudden
they all
it's
have to be
interactive."
local
It's
unless
like a
everybody
real deal
brings their own
experience.
system over.
Because you wanna know what it
You know,
turns
and
into.
then if you
Why
want to
won't
play
you
online
fucking
with
open
everybody
the
in their own
door?
system, they all have to have gold accounts.
Yep.
Fuck. That's
Should be able to
what it
system
turns
link
into.
without gold
A fucking
online.
mess. That could have been something interesting. I don't want to do this all the time because then my arm feels like I just seriously was beating off for 14 fucking days straight, and I'm never gonna be able to feel my dick, let alone my arm ever again. Okay, if you're going to make games interactive and everything, then make it right. Graphics hounds. Just shut the fuck up. I do not give a fuck about your inane, dumb, fucking bullshit opinions. I don't.
Graphic
Whenever it
hounds?
comes to a game,
I
it
gotta
does
have good
not
graphics.
have to be the goddamn graphical prowess of
Oh, no, they don't
fucking
have to be,
technology
like,
to be worth
the new
playing.
South Park game.
Okay, all it is to be able to fucking see
I don't
what
care
the
if the
hell
graphics
world
aren't
looks like, to get a point of being able to
fantastic.
have an understanding. Okay, it's supposed to
I'll
add
play stuff
depth,
like Castle
alright?
Crashers.
It's not. I repeat, it is not a main fucking selling
But if
point.
I'm playing
It's not
horror-
for
It's not a
yourself.
main
Half the
selling
games
point.
that I
No.
play are graphical
But if I'm
fucking
playing war,
achievements within
I have to
gaming.
have
Nobody
good
even gives a
graphics.
shit about. Why?
If I'm playing a
Because they're
first-person
too busy
shooter,
shoving their heads
I have
up
to
their
have good
own
graphics
asses,
or I
right
get
up their
motion
mouth. They're turning
sickness.
into an infinite spiral, fucking dividing by zero, because that's how far your head is up your fucking ass. Trying to say, this game's amazing, just get the graphics. Oh my god, did you see the graphics? Look how good the graphics are. Shut the fuck
Yeah.
up. Nobody
tell
likes
me what
hearing you,
games
okay?
you're paid
The only
to
people
or
that sit
what
there
you
and
wanna
fucking
do.
jerk off at fucking graphics are a bunch of assholes that literally have no room to be able to fucking call themselves an
I
actual
can't
gamer.
think of a game
Fuck
I've ever
you. I
played
can
that
appreciate good graphics, but they aren't the
sucks
game.
so
You
hardcore
like
that the
something last
graphics
night?
made up
Buy a
for it.
fucking painting or look at some photography.
I mean, I know a lot of
assholes.
games that were really
Releasing
good,
games that aren't technically even
and the
finished,
graphics
then they
made
have to
them
go and get
awesome.
patched, they have to get
Like,
updated, and we have to sit
Arkham
there and look at
Asylum,
our $60+
If the graphics
purchase
hadn't have been as good
and
as they
say,
were,
wow,
it probably would have just been
this
an
isn't
average
even
game.
finished. Skyrim and anybody on PS3? Oh boy, all smiles until you see fucking dragons flying backwards.
Yeah, I heard the PS3 Skyrim has glitches.
A lot of them.
The 360 works great though, from what I've heard.
You do?
That's what it
There you
turns
go.
into.
There you go.
Happiness and then just, I want to hit something with my mitts. Okay?
All right.
I'm sorry, but you should know for a fact that people are going gonna be
The guy
pretty
has good
pissed
points, but
off.
the thing he
Ticked
fails
off,
to
ticked
understand
off.
is
Not happy is the
it's a
point.
video game.
Alright?
It's there to
That when we
entertain
get
and
home to
please
play
and
the
make
game,
you
and
happy.
then all of a sudden it's freezing
Not
on us and delicious
to
galore
sit there
happening.
and find everything you hate about it. If you find more
Finish the
things
fucking
about
game.
something
And don't sit there and just pop
that
it
you
I know
out
hate
he's
and
an
like,
activist,
and then
boy.
figure, oh, we
He's
can
an
go and
activist.
patch
It's,
it later.
Yeah.
it's a way of. It's,
Because the thing is,
there's
I
two
know.
ways you can
way into the future when
do.
that
You can
goddamn
create
stupid
stuff like
phone
this,
system
video
isn't gonna be
responses,
supported
plus
anymore 'cause they've moved on. Sorry.
by not
That's old
purchasing
news,
the
old
product
tech.
that you
Right, and
don't
so
like.
it goes back to playing
Yeah,
the game, it'll be
boycotting.
an unplayable fucking heap
But-
because they won't be able to get that.
well, it was
because
like
it
playing
no longer
Fallout 3
connects to
last
the
night.
internets. Yeah, isn't
Fucking-
that going
Because
to
I
be
mean,
nice
there's a
when
lot
that
of things
happens?
Cool
I like
pissing
about
me off.
gaming, but there's
Games that
an
can only
equal
be
amount of
played
things that I
online,
hate
which aren't
about
technically
gaming.
supposed to be
Well, no,
online
for
only
me,
games. The
there's
fuck?
more I enjoy than
Are
hate,
you
and if
kidding
it was
me?
equal,
You
I
have a
probably wouldn't
game
bother.
that you're supposed to be able
Playing
to just
Fallout 3
play,
last
and
night.
also I need an internet connection to be able
There
to
was a
play
guy that just
when
kept
the
killing me
servers
over and
that
over
are
again, and I was
stopped
getting pissed off, and I
altogether
put it up,
no
and I
longer support
sat there and I
this
thought,
little game.
it's just a game,
I
I'm
can't
supposed to
play
be
it
having
anymore.
fun,
It's
I'm supposed to be
literally
enjoying it,
unplayable.
I'm getting pissed off.
Why would you
Get
ever
through
think
it.
that's a good idea? I can understand if you have multiplayer servers and you take them down, but the entire game needs to be online to be able to be played, even if you're going through a single player.
Yeah, I
game.
hate those,
What
like,
the fuck are you smoking? What are you snorting? What are you
Team
fucking
Fortress.
pumping? What are you shooting? What the hell are you on? And please go to rehab so that you can get your thoughts in order, because this sucks. This is going to be an extension of DLC. It's going to get its own category, yes. See, this is going to have to do with all the pre-order incentives that they go and give out in the on-disc DLC. The fact is that you are charging us extra for shit that is already there, already done, already
That
Fallout 3 didn't
Capcom's
do that.
already doing
And
for the
above
Resident
all
Evil
else,
game that
you're
hasn't
going to
come
say
out
that
yet.
this is incentive
Not all of
for us
them
to
do that
pre-order
though,
the
Fallout
game.
3 didn't
And
do
what's
that.
even worse is like
Yeah, but you
15
do
different
in
places
general.
will offer something
Yeah.
different.
Offer
So you
to
know
do
what that
that.
means? All that shit that they're offering, all of that won't be on the final game. So no matter where you get it from, you're missing out from something else, and ultimately the publishers fucked you. That's the worst part of all. They took a couple things, let's take this weapon out, let's take this armor out, let's take this area, let's take this map out,
Yeah.
let's take this field.
That's how
block,
Halo
okay.
is.
And now let's offer all of that separately. And we're gonna make sure
Not
that
as
they
a
have
pack
to come
either,
up with
individual.
all the rest. Yeah, for the whole game. But did you think that you bought an entire game?
I do think with certain companies,
You didn't buy an
fans
entire
need to
game.
grow a
You
brain
just
and
bought
just say,
half.
fuck you.
That sucks.
Well, that's what we did. We were playing Fallout 3, and we saw how many downloads there were at 800 apiece, and we were like, okay, that's $10 per download. That's another $50 worth of DLC. That's as much it's going to cost to get the DLC as to purchase the game. So we just went online to see if there was a Game of the Year or Collector's Edition. Sure enough, $20, you get $100 worth of material. You just gotta be a smart shopper.
You can check them all out.
I mean, we were like, okay, we'll have a second copy of Fallout 3, but for $20 to get all that other, I don't care if I have an extra copy lying around.
For the stupidity that they go and they exhibit by it.
It's good color.
It's actually the first game I've had 2 copies of.
I mean, a lot of it is the same shit that I bitch about a lot
Yeah.
in depth, but it is valid. Like Capcom, I'm flat out saying, fuck you, I'm not buying any extra shit. Give it to me the way it should be, or go fuck yourself.
Well, until it's released, you won't know
Yeah,
exactly what they're doing.
you know, yeah.
You know, but it's like my Mega Man game. Why should you have to pay half the price it took to get the game just to have another option within the game that's already fucking there?
Well, that's how I was going to feel
What
about
was the
Fallout
option?
3 until I found
Easy
out.
mode?
Oh.
And they didn't do it with just that. They did it with extra characters and other levels. And It's like, no, it looks like an 8-bit fucking game. All this shit should have been fucking included with the $10 price tag.
Yeah. Well, like those scene movie nights. I'm not gonna pay because it cost $800 to get as seen movie night, whatever trivia game. If each download is another $800, that's basically you're paying for another game over and over and over again. Those downloads better be free, or like
A bar.
30 points. 20.
They'll probably be anywhere from 80 to 400.
When does he get it? He doesn't. Why not? Because he broke the rules. What rules? We didn't see any rules, did we, Charlie? Wrong, sir, wrong. Wrong, sir, wrong. Wrong, sir, wrong. Wrong, sir, wrong. You lose. I try to fight for you.
One of my favorite Cokeheads. Takes a really good director, like Mel Brooks, to get that much good acting out of that much of a big Cokehead. Not how Mel Brooks did Willy Wonka, but
Right.
he was in a lot of Mel Brooks
It's
movies.
just basically that whole statement thing.
That was my last clip.
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
Oh, fizzy cola. Well, you didn't have it
God, you
on
scared
last.
me.
It was like up at the top. How were we supposed to know?
No, I always choose mine all random what I'm gonna play. But I try to go in order with Tom's because, you know, I can't be in Tom's mind saying, oh, he wants to play this one.
Unless I say, oh.
Yeah.
Play the dog cat. Oh.
Good morning, guys. I don't usually do videos about people like this.
Uh-oh. Fallout 3 one, huh?
I never knew what it was.
I've been apologizing to everyone, telling them, yeah, I'm
I think
addicted.
is how you say it. He was an artist, a concept artist for video games, like Fallout 3. And one of his biggest was, and some of you might know who this is, or recognize it, The Elder Scrolls versus Skyrim. But I was looking at some of his stuff that he drew. This guy was incredible. I mean, he was, the guy was an amazing
Concept artist.
truly. And he created worlds for people to explore on the internet. You know, we get these video games.
Man, a lot of
And you see
exploring.
stuff in-
Some of the places he made too big
This
and
guy
too
was
hard to get
creating,
to, but still
he passed
possible.
away of cancer. And
You drank too much Coca-Cola.
and may he rest in peace. Well, I'll tell you what,
Sorry.
he left behind.
I apologize.
legacy.
Yeah, the Coca-Cola thing just came out.
And he was a young
Good
guy.
case study.
He doesn't say here how old he was, but
Mid
I can tell by
40s.
his picture he wasn't very old. He was like in his 40s or early 50s. And
Goes to show, no matter how much money you got, cancer is the ultimate equalizer.
what you did will live on.
Yeah,
Probably ever. Or at least won't take a long
generations
time.
will get enjoyment from the things he did.
Have a good day, all.
But yeah, I guess he died around February 8th.
Aw.
Casper, quit begging. All you do is beg anymore.
Go, shoot, shoot.
Just thought that was kind of odd and relevant because you guys have been playing that. So.
Yeah, he died before I probably have played stuff that he's done concept art for, but Fallout being one of the most popular that I mean, the graphics are fantastic, but concept art isn't responsible for graphics. The whole world layout, yeah, it's amazing the way he did it, though. I hate the Washington, D.C. area. It's so congested.
Well, you got a map now.
I have a map now. And subway tunnels. Right on. It's made of styrofoam. Hey, we could make one of those. Ah, it's the version 2 of the DeLorean with Mr. Fusion in the back. That's the most awesome toy. Too bad it's so fragile. You know,
Sounds
hardly,
like a fucking.
It's because it's a remote control.
hardly any kids nowadays would
So I
get that if they saw
have
that.
to have that engine that revs so high with the stupid.
Basically, it's a whole bunch of propeller blades pushing it upwards. But it's made of styrofoam, so it can go higher than most of the models that are
It's
set
the
on
same
top.
as the helicopter concept. Someone
It's
just took
a little
apart
bit,
one of those
yeah.
helicopters and
Yeah, it's cool. He's got the LED lights on the bottom of it. I mean, he did a good job. And he's got, yeah.
I was
lights
watching
on it.
Back to the Future the other day, and it made me think that movies are fucking full of shit.
Huh. Hover cars. Where's my flying
Where's
car?
my fucking hoverboard?
Where's my jetpack?
actually,
And where the
They
fuck
do
is
have
Shermer,
hoverboards.
Illinois?
They do have.
I don't know about that, Koi.
Don't they?
That was a rumor. I'm not sure if it's really real or
It
not.
only works on magnets.
No,
Magnet.
I heard that. 'Cause this was the rumor
Mm.
a long time ago that they came, like when that movie came out. After it came out, like a couple years later, they made hoverboards.
Yeah, I remember
But-
they did. But they would only work on certain asphalt.
No, that they were a little too dangerous for people to have because irresponsibility of most children would they wouldn't be able to handle it, so they banned them.
Oh yeah, rollerblades are okay.
You're not hovering.
Yeah, I guess.
But that's
The lyrics say. Alright.
Oh man, this is bad. Oh my god, I'm bluffing. I am so bluffing. This is all my red money. I'm all in.
Come on.
In there now.
Sweaty on the
oh, I'm in
inside,
there now.
Well,
on the outside with new Speed Stick Power.
Not bad for my first time.
New Speed Stick Power.
It's
Don't sweat
fucking
it.
Rod on Red Dead Redemption. Okay, we have to win so much money in a hand of poker. Let's go do this.
All
Alright,
in.
I'm all in. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, Ron, you got a bad hand. He's like, I don't care. I'm all in. Fucking bluffing works great in that game because as
No.
long as you keep
Because you
most
had,
of the time.
you had so much money,
Yeah.
and the pot when you first buy in
Yeah.
is only like $20
Yeah,
out
so
of the
so we could
few
totally
hundred- or
afford
the-
to go all
we had
in.
like 8,000, so $20
Yeah.
wasn't nothing.
I've been doing a lot of bounty hunting.
So all in wouldn't have been nothing.
Yeah. But we were just, for shits and giggles, fucking all in. And his character was drunk, too. So we're doing this drunk, and I was like, you fuck.
Hey, that helps some people.
I had him save before, because I totally expected him to fuck up, right? And he goes all in, and they all fold, and he fucking gets the achievement first try. And I was like, you suck. But I learned how to play poker pretty well in that game. As long as you keep up in the ante, the bluff works.
People will believe anything they hear. The media has made these turtle things into heroes. It probably doesn't help that the city's most popular reporter is their best friend, too. Now, I'm not looking for people's sympathy. I just want to make sure the truth gets told.
They're a bunch of murderers.
Every day's a goddamn bloodbath.
Yep.
One night I led a team of new recruits to rob a local deli. Some of these kids were on a day over 14. One of them is carrying out this huge ham and one of these titty fuckers comes out of nowhere and takes his head clean off. I think it was the blue one. I was throwing up in my
Didn't they make
ass.
the foot mostly
Everyone
robots
was
in the
crying.
cartoons so they couldn't complain
Then the
about
turtle
that?
picked up the head and threw it at me. Oh yeah, did I mention we're fighting giant mutant turtles? Hitting a shell is like punching a brick wall. And you guys keep referring to them as the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. They're like 35. Can't even think about getting out after you joined. Heard one guy ran away, made it all the way down to Miami, and Shredder found him and killed him right there on the beach. He spent the rest of the day skimboarding. He was actually really good. I never feel safe. They know our names, our family's names, where we live. It's like they're always watching, just waiting for the right time to strike.
Yeah, I thought it was stupid when they turned them into robots.
They have to for the censor, you know. I'm sure the people doing, like with X-Men, they didn't like doing a lot of the stuff they had to do, but fucking complainers. If you don't bend it a little bit, it'll never get out there. We can do this one later and speed it up a little when we do it. This one was titled Dog Trapped in a Cat's Body. And you're like, oh, it's panting like a dog, wagging its tail. That's so cute. That's only the half of it. What you don't realize this cat was doing when they started recording was she throws a toy.
It's playing fetch.
I've never seen a cat play fetch as well as this cat. Brings it right back. Only dogs play fetch. Cats don't play fetch. Or pant like a fucking dog with their tongue hanging out like that. But I thought that was just cute.
Someone grew up
Good
with
puppy.
the dog.
Yeah, it must have grown up with the dog family. I thought Casey thought she was a dog, but no, that cat thinks it's a dog, seriously. And it
She
just-
has that look on her face that Stripe gets, though. That toy?
Oh,
Toy?
God, the laser pen, yeah. Give me my toy. Yeah, I thought that was cute. Uh-oh. Did we freeze up the
No.
video?
SpaghettiOs.
Man, there's something I haven't had forever.
Huh?
It's 'cause they're
Spaghettios.
tainted.
Yeah, they're not good anymore.
Chef Boyardee died and they exploited.
His name.
His
The
name.
whole point of Chef Boyardee was to make something good, something gourmet.
Well,
in
it
a
was
can
something for
the
people that,
soldiers
you know, yeah, that.
overseas, so they could have a taste of home.
Hmm.
And then when it got corporate marketed, it didn't matter about being gourmet flavor. It was all
Well,
about
even
cheap production.
even back in the old black and white days, they were whoring him out because you had
Yeah,
Chef
Where's
Boyardee.
the Chef Boyardee in Fallout 3? Where's SpaghettiOs? All you
Fancy
get is-
Lad.
No, you get pork and beans.
You get Fancy Lad
mac
snack
and
cakes.
cheese.
You get Fancy Lad.
That's Little Debbie. That's Little Debbie's.
I don't know, pork and- maybe
There's
all
no
No
raviolis
Twinkies?
or-
We get steak and
Yeah, mutated
beef.
cow steak.
You know what
What
I
about the
want?
Instamash?
I want
That's instant potatoes.
genetically altered food. I want a shrimp mixed with steak.
You're already getting genetically modified food.
I know, but if we're getting genetically, if we're getting Franken food, I want something good, damn it. Lobster and steak. Make
No,
it
no, no.
fucking happen.
You're all talking Dr. Quinn now, right? The shrimp, crab, lobster thing.
Oh shit, they did do that on Sea Lab.
Yep. I want
I'm
that.
not-
That would be fucking awesome. That would taste so good. Marlurk meat.
You may have seen this. It was just posted today.
Dark trailer.
My name is Barnabas Collins.
Ha.
2 centuries ago, I made Collinwood my home. I love it. until a jealous witch cursed me.
I love Dark Shadows, and I love Johnny
The
Depp,
shadows
and I love Tim Burton.
for all time.
The trifecta. Oh yeah, and vampires.
What the hell is this?
He's coming. He's coming.
Angelique.
Dear me, future dweller, what is the year? 1972. 1972. My beloved Colin was. Colin's family.
Who the hell is this? He's just stay with us forever, is he? I don't like him. Welcome.
Doing a kind of comedy spoof version
Soon
of.
can horses be ready?
We don't have horses. We have a Chevy.
What sorcery is this?
Reveal yourself, tiny songstress.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's not going to be like the original Dark Shadows.
You may strategically place your wonderful lips upon my posterior and kiss it repeatedly.
What if I made you love me?
With what a spell.
With this.
I must admit, they have not aged a day.
She for real?
Indeed.
I can't have you. I'll destroy you. And your family.
History.
Well, figures Tim Burton, he's going to do a comedy spin
Restore the
on
family
it.
business to its former
New
glory.
horror.
Yeah, I know, he
I
did
think that someone didn't want it to be a horror movie.
do. Yeah, because it was originally horror
Yeah, it was-
mystery.
Horror, mystery, drama. This
Yeah.
is comedy.
It seems to
horror.
be the MO that anything that's based on a TV show is going to be a stupid ass cop buddy movie, or it's going to be a complete spoof parody.
Seems like a spoof parody of Dark Shadows.
They tried stoning
I don't
the
know if
idea.
I like it.
It did not work.
Oh, I'll still watch it. But
I'll
you're
watch
right,
it,
Tim Burton
but
can do
I
horror without doing
might
comedy.
give
Because
it
look
a
at
thumbs down.
Sweeney Todd.
That
I
might be
mean,
the
that was
first
horror.
movie that I hate of Johnny Depp's.
Yeah. I
What's
mean,
really sad
well, I
is I'm
won't hate
actually
it.
contemplating watching 21 Jump Street.
No, I won't watch 21 Jump Street.
no.
It's just another the other guy's
Cop
remake.
drama. Yeah.
Because it's not even regular 21
Well-
Jump Street.
Dude, I already watched it the other day. It was called Car 54. Where are you? Yeah,
And the other
and
guys.
that felt like Dragnet, the movie.
Yeah.
And what was those other stupid cop shows that were turned into movies in the 80s?
Oh, you know.
Not Starsky.
No,
and
the guy
Hutch,
with
but-
God damn it, Mexican was in C Lab. Eric Estrada, Chips.
Chips.
Yeah, that was one.
I don't
Starsky
know.
and Hutch.
I'm a little disappointed in it now.
Yeah, I didn't think they were gonna make it a comedy spoof because Dark Shadows was a serious drama horror.
Yeah, it wasn't
Mystery.
spoof. And it didn't really have no comedy
It felt
to
a little
it.
too much like Edward Scissorhands.
No, it felt more like Alice
Addams
in
Family.
Wonderland.
Well, you know, like he's taken and put into this
No,
world.
it reminded me of Addams Family.
Yeah, Addams Family. Yeah,
And
That was another movie that they.
but
No.
Addams Family TV series was like that.
Yeah.
So when they made the movie like that, it was okay because that's how the Addams Family was. Whereas
Well,
Dark
that
Shadows,
was a little
disappointing. But I'll still watch it.
I
don't.
said I'll watch it, but it's
Well,
probably
it
gonna
is
be
the first trailer,
Yeah.
so
It's
you know
probably
it's
gonna be the-
subject to change at least a little bit.
Maybe they
It's
just
already
made
done.
the trailer more comedy.
I know, but it's already
Yeah,
done,
but
movie.
with some movies, they usually see what people have to say about the first trailer, and from there it can be recut.
We'll see.
Yeah, but if they've already made it to where
As
it's in
it's
the
a spoof.
70s and it's more spoof
I do have to
comedy.
admit, I kind of like the modern feel, not
The-
Well,
modern.
Dark Shadows was
They
redid it.
They redid it.
the TV series, and they redid it,
Because it was
for
an
the
old black and white
1990s.
TV series. They turned it into, back in the 80s, modernized it into the 80s.
80s television series.
I thought it started in the late 70s, like 78.
No, it started as a radio show in the 50s.
Well, no, I mean the
The black and
Revamp?
white.
color TV show.
No,
No.
it started as a black and white that went on.
No, the updated version of Dark Shadows. The one
The
that we
updated
had.
one, yeah, that only lasted 2 seasons, but the
And it was in
original,
the 80s.
early 90s.
Early 90s?
Yeah.
Late.
Really? Wow.
So yeah, and they modernized it completely.
Yeah, they had already modernized
And
it
to-
with science
To
trying
turn
to
it
find a
back to the
cure to
70s when
vampires.
they already revamped it for it to be in the
Yeah, they should have
80s,
made it
90s.
2000.
No. First off.
I
Second, to
blame
turn
the
it into a
writers.
comedy.
I do.
No. Did Seth Rogen have something to do with this?
No, because he would have been Johnny Depp's character.
Yeah, that's true. Seth
You
Rogen
never
always
know.
makes
He could
himself
be
the
the
main
father
character.
or something like that. I don't know.
And, you know, even though, yes, we rip on Seth Rogen, there are a couple movies that, yeah, I consider him guilty pleasures. Superbad was one of the movies he did
Oh, speaking of Superbad,
that was good.
you know that lanky kid that's getting all these big celebrity roles
From
with
Scott
this
Pilgrim.
Scott
and
Pilgrim,
He has the glasses.
Zombieland,
Kick-Ass.
Yeah,
Sorcerer's
he
Apprentice.
played in the new Fright Night.
You want to know why he's so big in Hollywood?
His parents
Both of his parents are very rich, very famous celebrities, and
in Hollywood.
he kept getting turned down for acting
His
roles
mom
because
had-
he had
mom
no
and dad had to
acting
vouch for
ability
him.
and no looks and no talent. So his parents started buying the productions of movies and putting
And that's
him as
why
the main
he is what he
character.
is.
That's why he's famous. That's why. Because remember, I kept
Well,
complaining, why are these skinny, lanky assholes getting all these hot...
I have to
Where's
tell you, though,
satisfaction for
I
a
like
female
him
viewer?
better than that other kid.
But
Which
same
one?
role. Same
Which other
scenario.
kid?
Both of them have...
You know, the dude that played Scott Pilgrim.
He's the guy.
Oh, yeah, I thought you were talking about the nerdy guy with
No,
the glasses.
there's two. There's the nerdy guy from The Sorcerer's Apprentice, and then there's the guy from...
That was also in Superbad that
Right.
played McLovin.
And then there's the guy
Yes.
from Zombieland and Scott Pilgrim. Same scenario. That's why
They all
women
have rich, famous
women viewers
parents
are
that-
suffering right now because you've got all these famous celebrity parents having really ugly, geeky-looking kids with no talent being
'cause-
thrust in the movie, and so we're watching movies where the main heroine is this really hot, sexy chick, and the guy she's with, the hero of the story, is fucking lanky, geeky
Who's
skeleton
even
boy.
too lame to be considered cast as the Toxic Avenger in human form?
Yeah, you know, and we're stuck with them. As girls, we have to watch. These are our hero guys that we're supposed to think.
No, you get Twilight.
Plausible. Okay, Twilight. Yeah, that guy. They're good looking, but I don't like glitter vampires.
I mean, I'm not into guys, but he's not bad looking.
That's
He's
why I was
definitely better
hoping
looking than
Johnny
McLovin.
Depp as Barnabas Collins, because I
They
was
keeps him down
expecting.
even.
I was expecting Barnabas Collins to be. I mean, he was like fucking Dracula, only way more
Yeah,
elegant.
they actually had him look like he had a lot of charisma.
A lot
the
of
way he
charisma.
looked.
The old
The way
Barnabas.
they've done Johnny Depp, he's got the really flat.
Yeah, he looks
look
more
and
like
hair.
God, he looks even more geeky than he did in Sleepy Hollow playing
No, he looks
Ichabod
like
Crane.
Fester did when he first.
Yeah,
remember
flat
when he
hair.
came back, the
And he
flat
had-
hair,
yeah.
or bowl cut or whatever, flat hair. No charisma there at that point.
Yeah, 'cause
he's trying to
Barnabas
go for
Collins
it,
was
almost like the
supposed to be
Nosferatu ugly look,
Elegant, suave, very.
with comedy thrown into it. And It's
Yeah.
like it doesn't. No.
Damn it! Why do they have to keep fucking up vampire
Vampire
stories?
movies because they think that
They
it's
want to
probably
make it
been-
mediocre because no matter what, it's going to sell because vampires are the in thing right now.
Yeah,
Look
but
what
Vampires
happened
are
with-
always the in thing. Every 5 years, vampires are the in thing.
I mean, look at zombie movies.
Mm-hmm.
You get one really good one. And
Actually,
then
you
there's
get
like
quite a few.
50 fucking horrible
Well,
piles of
there have
shit.
been some good vampire
Zombieland was
movies.
good.
Shaun of the Dead,
Shaun of the Dead.
Fido.
Yeah, but you're talking years
Dylan
apart
Dog.
on these.
Dylan Dog was pretty good.
Yeah.
And that had everything. In it.
Technically, it wasn't a
Well,
zombie
yeah,
movie, but-
technically it was more of a
Monster.
fantasy
but it
horror.
had a
Yeah,
great,
but it
like
was a
Monster
zombie.
Squad.
What was
Yeah.
creature feature.
kinda.
Creature feature.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was
Calm.
a multiple monster movie, but it had great zombies.
It
But
reminded me so much.
what
of
I've
Blade Runner.
noticed is-
Yeah, like live action.
The Chop
lovely.
that the best vampire movies tend to
Fuck
come
no.
out in the off seasons in between those 5 years, you know.
Put some oil on it.
I still say one of my favorite vampire movies to this day. I remember watching it on Skinamax as a kid and loved it ever since.
Huh.
Life Force.
Yeah, that's an
Yeah,
awesome
there you
vampire
have
movie.
it.
Technically, it's not a vampire movie, though.
Well, it's a space
it's an alien.
Supernatural.
They're
alien.
considered aliens. They're not vampires, even though it is a
Supernatural.
vampire
Well,
movie.
Supernatural
they're
aliens.
vampiric in the way
Supernatural
that they suck the
Energy
essence
vampires,
out.
yeah. But yeah, that is an awesome vampire movie.
You're not good, so I'll put on the same luck. Students can register for the lottery starting tomorrow and register.
Chick in the background realizes, oh shit.
We'll notify the winners
And
of
she
the
kind
lottery
of
on
crouches.
Monday, December
She's
15th.
watching herself on a monitor
Announcements
trying to be
can pick up
nonchalant
from
about it,
Tuesday
right?
through Thursday. Students with
Right,
more
because
than
you're, oh
90
wait,
hours
oh
have the
god.
best chance of getting tickets.
See me?
But everyone is welcome to
The
sign
news
up.
reporter
Live
gets
in the
told
newsroom,
about it.
Karen
Starts
Maloney,
noticing it.
Just noticing,
WXC News.
smiling ever so slightly.
She tries not to look. That was just one of our little funny clips we found, like interns.
I will just put this on the plate.
What is it?
Another piece of cat food.
Oh,
Oh, okay, yeah.
I swear. That's why I wanted to pull the blanket up.
Yeah, do that.
Blood and gore, drug reference,
Blood
intense
pop.
violence. Well, if I don't get it from Texas, I'm sure I'll order it eventually when it comes down in price.
You know how some girls have vampires for boyfriends? I got a decapitated head for a boyfriend. How totally awesome is that? His name's Nick. He wasn't always just a head. He used to have a super hot vibe.
Julia!
Then a zombie bit him.
Ah!
Listen, I wanted you to know. I kind of sort of love you.
So, I had to do a little emergency surgery. I love you too, baby.
Julia? What the fuck?
Where's my fucking body?
If I didn't chop off your head, the venom would have totally seeped into your brain and turned you into a zombie.
How am I still talking without a fucking thorax?
I hope he snaps out of it because I love him so much.
Whoa, sexy.
He's super smart and funny. He's not a perv like most guys. Do you want to have babies someday, Nick?
I think
How?
that's rather irrelevant, considering my situation.
But first, me and Nick
Well,
are
if she can figure out how to decapitate him,
And keep the
keep
head
the head
alive,
alive,
really.
she could probably attach him to a body.
And the head's not even a zombie head, that was the whole point.
Up you go, baby.
He gets angel body, huh? You can use him as a weapon. This game's so messed up. Her and Duke Nukem should meet.
And I guess there's a level where words actually hurt you.
Words are like bullets.
You know, like the boss will
Words are like
scream
bullets.
profanity at you and then it'll come flying. And you have to jump over it.
Yeah, I like the previews that I saw of it a couple months ago. That's why I put it on my list of future buys. What?
Nothing.
You're not the guy supposed to be out here urinating, are you? No. That's alright.
Pee prank on cops. Water bottle.
Whoa, what the heck? What the heck's going on, dude? What are you doing? Grab you like that. What the heck happened? Jesus Christ.
Just came and cleaned definitive that you're pissing down.
Man, no, it's just a sports bottle, dude, a water bottle.
Hey, at least it's a cool call.
Some of them are cool about it, some of them aren't.
TSA though.
TSA, yeah. TSA inspectors are the assholes.
What are you doing? What the heck is that for? What are you doing? Testing the shit in a water bottle. What is going on? I thought you were taking the whiz here. What the fuck? You're an idiot. Come on. I'm an idiot. Yeah, come on. Why are you calling me an idiot, man? You either go or I put handcuffs on you. Alright, man, I just don't get it. I just don't understand. You call me an idiot. Because you're walking around with a SpongeBob hat on, masturbating the nose while you're peeing, alright?
How can you technically masturbate with nose?
SpongeBob knows, yeah, I know.
It's masturbating with intel, genitalia.
Yeah, not a
nose.
nose.
You know, human horn.
There's water. What do you got? The water. What do you got? That's not it. Nothing water. It's water.
No. See how somebody might think that's maybe, but it's not.
Maybe, but it's not. Nothing illegal about testing your water stream in public with your legs spread. Chick laughing.
Oh no, man. Just test my shit on sports ball.
Dude, but he starts shaking his leg.
Serious? You peeing or you dumping that out? Peeing? What's going on? I don't know what you mean peeing. Well, from where I'm standing, it looks like you're peeing on the ground. Oh man, I can't see from behind. Well, all I see is the stream.
The other cops just laughing at
Yeah, yeah. Look like you. Oh, really? I'm not taking a leak. I'm testing this. No, I'm testing the stream on my water bottle.
Well, this looks a little shady if I'm
Yeah.
looking like that, okay?
Yeah.
You would have guessed it was a challenge. Hey, go see if you can pee over in front of those cops and see what they do.
Oh, I would not challenge.
That sounds
you
like
to
Phil
lose.
Hartman, I
You
swear.
Put a hole in the top.
Oh.
Wait, no.
Like that.
Dude, this
in there
is-
and
David
I
Arnold.
thought you had to test the stream before you
Damn.
start drinking. Hey guys, have a good night.
Guy's got guts. I'll give him that. I would like them to try and arrest him with that.
Some jerk cop probably would nowadays.
It would never hold. Never hold.
They could
Excuse me.
put him on some form of like,
Lewd behavior.
not even
No,
that.
it's not
yeah,
even lewd behavior,
some
yeah.
form of wasting taxpayers' time with cops. You know, like a form of obstruction, or
How is it obstruction? They weren't going after anybody else.
you never know, or something like interfering in police matters.
No, nope. They made. He was.
Toy with the
I know, but
weird, bizarre laws that we've got
I
nowadays.
know.
I have to say that we have some decent cops around here. I got stopped walking home the other night because I was on my riddled wherever I was going thing due to something in my drink.
Oh,
And dude immediately looked at us and was like, well, it looked like you were getting sick. And I'm like, no. And, you know, drunken banter.
well, as long as
And
you're
the
not
cop was
causing
cool,
anybody
and
harm, they don't
I'm
care.
like, to, you know, to
belligerent.
prove that I'm even of age, I'll show you my ID. And he's all like, well, cool. I mean, if you know, fine. And, you know, showed him that I was definitely old enough and not some newbie. And he immediately was like, all right, guys, go. So some cops are cool.
oh yes, of
Just
course.
depending on what mood you catch them in.
Yeah.
I am Jared, and this is
And the
Hard
beginning
News
of the
for
month or the
Wednesday,
end of the
March
month.
14th, 2012. Obsidian has been hit with layoffs. Obsidian Entertainment, the team most known for Fallout New Vegas, Dungeon Siege 3, and Alpha Protocol, had approximately 25 to 30 people laid off. Because of this, a project that was planned for next-generation systems has been canceled. Also, some of the layoffs directly affected the team working on the upcoming South Park RPG. We've had our differences in the past, Obsidian, but I do wish well on everyone who is now looking for a new job. Good luck to you guys. Xseed games are coming to Steam. Xseed is a publisher most known for
So it
releasing
might be a
lesser-known
while
Japanese
for the
games on the
other
web,
South
and they're
Park
bringing a
game.
few of those games to PC.
Which one?
These the
Which
also
one's the
now
good
will be
one?
available
Oh.
to download
I
on
thought
March
that was the
19th for
RPG that's coming out.
$14.99.
No, that's the
The
side
next
scroll.
release
It
will be
looked
Yeast
like.
Origin, but there's currently no release date or price plan for that one. The Steam versions of these games will be based on their
How
computer
could they need-
counterparts
Well,
rather
that's
than
okay,
their
'cause I
PSP
got plenty
I
versions.
know, but I'm trying to figure out why would they need to lay off? It sells.
Otherwise, the
being
band will do it for you.
good for games.
Yeah, sales are
And we're
up.
supposed to be
There may
in
not be
recovery,
any more
and
Sonic 4.
unemployment's going
Sonic
down
the Hedgehog
heavily.
4 episode
and-
two
Because
is
people are getting
sometime this
cut off.
year.
Yeah,
And
I know.
producer Takashi Iizuka
I looked at the
says
true
they
numbers.
may not make more.
Even unemployment
As of right
shows
now, the
that
Sonic team has no plans
Numbers
for
are actually
episode
up.
3.
out
Just
of
because
the
they're technically not on
300
unemployment doesn't mean they're employed.
well, out of the 300,000 initial employees that were laid off since 2008 in Washington State alone.
Only like 500 have gotten jobs.
No, quite a few have gotten jobs, but the percentages don't add up. I think around 78 to 80,000 of them have been cut off completely of unemployment. They did the whole 99 weeks, or they're just not looking for work, or whatever. The rest of there's still like another 180,000 that are on unemployment. So you add those two numbers up, that's around 250,000. So the total since 2008 have around 100, maybe a little over 100,000 out of the almost, it was like
400,
370,
yeah.
380,000.
400,000.
So you figure only 25%
of those people
of the total people that were on unemployment
have gotten jobs.
have gotten jobs.
And they're probably jobs below the wages.
Low, it's either part-time or minimum wage. So to me, the numbers aren't really adding up to
No.
be the 8.3% that they're saying it is, even though like they just came out with the report this week. Lewis County is one of the second highest county in the state, 13.9% unemployment rate.
That's because nobody's hiring.
And there's nothing here.
All
Well-
there is fast food jobs or minimum
Female
wage
employment.
jobs. No.
And a lot of that is getting sucked up by Mexicans who can't even speak English
I know.
So,
because they will work for less than minimum wage.
yeah, I said I would work for less than minimum wage at that grill place over there,
Yeah.
the gardening shop.
As long as you got discounts on things you bought there.
He explains that they are looking forward to seeing the fan feedback to episode 2. He wants to see how well fans accept the new episode before they consider making another. Which, knowing Sonic fans, this pretty much means we will never see episode 3. I'm Jared.
And that all
that's
depends. If it's good, yes, but if it's not, no. Because Sega's learned where other companies need to. Listen to your fans or fuck off.
You really like to tell people to fuck off a lot, don't you?
I'm referring to the companies.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, because their mentality to us is fuck off. Because they
A lot
don't
of
give
them
a
are,
a lot
yeah.
of companies don't give a shit what we have to say about their product.
But when you say the companies and you're telling them to fuck off, you don't mean the employees, you don't mean the game designers.
No, the corporation.
Yeah, just the people
The,
that are...
the
themselves.
greedy fuckers
Yeah.
who are
The
saying we
CEOs
don't
that
give
make
a
the
shit.
decisions.
Yeah, marketing branches.
No, CEOs.
It's all marketing and CEO, yeah.
Mainly CEOs get to decide thumbs up, thumb down. Marketing has to do the sales pitch. The CEOs.
And decide the prices and what content's going to be
No, the
available.
CEOs decide all that.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
But-
because they'll look at the
So,
numbers.
so
and
when
say,
Tom tells these corporations to fuck off, he's not talking to the employees or the hard
Well, he
workers who are
never
really
has.
trying to make a good product, because there are some out there, like that guy who recently died. He worked for a corporation that I'm sure a lot of people say can go fuck themselves. But in actuality, the employees, they're
the
not
employees,
responsible
most of
for
the
the
employees
complaints.
are fine.
Yeah.
They're just doing their job. But the thing is a lot of the stuff gets cut.
It's like
that
the
they
whole
come up with,
Pixar
that gets cut
before they got
because-
bought up by Disney. The employees got to make and produce what they wanted to, and they were all fantastic movies that the people loved because the employees had
Then
a say
Disney
in
took
it.
it over, and now it's just whatever the
Whatever
studio
Cars.
Disney says, yeah.
Disney wants.
Whatever Disney wants.
We want Toys 8.
Oh, we want
Toy Story 5, yeah.
Starring Macaulay Culkin.
Darth Vader riding a one-wheel unicycle playing the bagpipes with a kilt. Well, you don't see that every day. There's a picture you can show for one. Oh, we're not taking stills, are we? We were supposed to be taking stills. He's pretty good on those bagpipes. That takes
And
a
on
lot
the
of concentration.
unicycle.
A lot of hand-eye foot coordination there. Plus playing the bagpipes with a mask on.
I bet you his neighbors really hate him.
Yeah.
Speaking of people that neighbors hate, I haven't seen that one dude on the motorcycle in a while.
Oh, there was a big fight the other day.
Yeah, I had to go outside.
He had to
the
go
other
outside
day.
and actually bear witness to make sure that nothing bad.
Because you hear
There was
yelling
fist
out
fight,
there,
yeah.
and then you hear a girl scream. So I thought
Screaming.
that it was a girl getting beat.
Yeah, no, two
Turned
guys
out
getting beat
it
up.
was just a family squabble, and
Fist fight.
She was screaming because she thought that one of the kids
Was gonna
younger kids.
Kill the uncle or whatever.
No, you used brass knuckles on the
Yeah.
older uncle or whatever.
He
his
said
name
he
is.
wasn't using brass knuckles, but he
No, I
probably
seen there
was.
wasn't. I didn't see no brass knuckles, but the thing is the uncle's just like, oh, I can't breathe. Oh. And he finally got up and he was okay. It was just he got hit hard.
Just had the
And then he
wind
was
knocked
threatening
out
to sick Cody on him. Cody's gonna chew you up. The old man was not old. He's like probably in his
Mid-40s.
early to mid 40s.
He was gonna sick you on Cody?
No, the kid.
The kid was going to sick Cody on the other guy.
No, the guy was gonna sick
Cody
Cody
on
on
the
the
kid.
kid.
Can't
Other
fight his
kid.
own battles, so he was going to send Cody.
Because I think it was the granddaughter's boyfriend. Cody's sister's boyfriend.
Whatever. They're all inbred over there. We
Or
know that.
whatever it is.
The mom
Yeah.
was dating the uncle, okay?
Alright, fine. Just say here, and let's consider the word here to be short for here I am. Rock you like a hurricane.
You do as the scorpions have before you.
Here I am.
The fuck?
Hmm.
What the? Oh,
That's just the-
no, when he pulls up at 2 o'clock in the morning with his stereo booming really loud to purposely wake them up and then drives away once he's woken them up. There's probably people crawling in through the window. Go ahead and look out.
Oh
It's
no, I just heard something going.
fucking crack
It's
house
them
over there.
driving.
Yeah.
They rev it up when they park.
That's a box, okay, babe? That's a box. So, that's all I gotta say to you, little
The
immature
picture's gonna
girl.
fall on her, isn't
You
it?
know, hope you get shot. Wish you the worst.
That was instant karma is what it was called. You know, it's calling, okay, she's 12,
Same.
right? And she's calling her friends a bunch of immature little bitches. And I'm like thinking,
Oh, you want it said?
you're 12 at most, you immature little bitch.
Legally, she's not supposed to be on the interwebs.
Nope.
Nope. Well, the thing is a lot of these young little girls don't understand.
Like Ruth's
Ruth's
daughter,
daughter doesn't
Samantha.
understand. Once you
I was
post
trying
something
to
on the
explain
internet,
to her
the internet,
that
it's
everything
there.
she
there
texts,
for life.
everything
That
she
there-
sends
it's practically impossible
is
to get
permanently
rid of it
there.
because someone somewhere has probably
You know,
cataloged it
And I was telling
and
her,
permanently on a
be
server.
careful what you post. If there's anything you don't want anyone to know or don't want out there forever, don't text it.
And well, just
Why
like
not? If it's personal one-to-one, and I go, for it to get from one place to the other, it has to go to the satellite receiver, which stores
server
which
at a
stores
corporation.
everything and relays it back to the corporation before it even goes to that other address. So it's permanently stored. For this is Homeland Security. This is
No, it's, ISPs do it automatically, and telephone companies with the text for the sake of anything does happen, it's there.
they can retrieve
The
the
government
information.
wants them to store it for longer than what they do. 'cause
Yeah,
I
they're
think
only
it's a
supposed to
6 month
store it for 6 months, but now
months.
they're trying to make it 5 years.
For like just your regular
Generic
internet logs.
information,
However,
yeah.
texting is stored
Stored.
on your phone server.
Permanently. And
It's-
she didn't get that. She was like, oh.
That's like videos. If you send them to your friends,
Yeah, if mom and dad want to find out what you've been sending, all they have to do is call your,
call your
provider
providers.
and and that's what I said to her, and she's like, really? And
Oh yeah,
and she looks at Ruth like, like deer caught in the
Like,
headlights. And
what
I
have you
looked at
been
Ruth and I
doing?
was like, that's right. And I looked at Ruth like, you should be letting your daughter know
Ask
this
her.
kind of shit. Did
Just
she just
had
take
a-
a piece
No,
of
she's-
chicken?
Get in there.
Had a raggy moment.
Yeah, that's right. You fucking hide.
Trudeau, the internet committed suicide after many thousands of people all posted the same supposedly hilarious comment at the exact same moment.
The
The
internet
comment in
commits
question
suicide.
involved taking an arrow to the knee.
Oh god, that fucking arrow to the knee thing. We have a clip about that arrow
To
to
be
the knee.
honest, it's been coming for a long time. We've had to talk down the internet from offing itself several times over the last few months as it became more and more disheartened with how it was being used. He then turned and boarded one of the last remaining of the secret Google spaceships, leaving the planet and its people to its surprisingly rapid social collapse and probable destruction. Good night.
Here, mate. Want some cabbages?
Oh, yes, please, please.
Gonna cost you.
Anything.
Come on, then.
Yeah, what was that one clip we had,
It
but
was Mr. Bean.
we didn't play it? It was this guy playing a video game, and he's making a comment about the arrow to the knee, and the video game itself gets tired, and the character jumps out and just
Yeah,
and
we
kills.
have that stored.
Just another one of
Isn't
those.
it that Skyrim that has the
The
arrow?
arrow to the
Yeah, I
knee joke.
believe
Yeah,
so.
I'm not exactly sure what the joke is, but the running gag has just been popping up everywhere. I'm sure I'll get it once I start playing Skyrim.
I can't believe how much of a joke this really is.
The thing is, he's on the run, right? And like Ron was saying, he's so unpopular among his own people that he has to kidnap children and force them to kill their parents and make them soldiers. So now he's on the run. How long do you really think it's going to be before his own people
Lynch
fucking
him.
kill him? Yeah.
Well, first
It's not
off,
going to take a whole lot.
the people that are speaking out for this from Uganda,
Say they want it done peaceably, but they hold up Uzis and shoot
Yeah.
guns, and
Aren't
I'm all
peaceful.
for taking the guy out, but don't pretend
and
it's peace.
Yeah.
a lot of the people from Uganda themselves haven't seen this video that they made. And from what I'm hearing is that Tony's gone, it's not a problem anymore. That people,
They're gonna
All of
handle
them
him
was
on
taken
their
care
own.
of.
Yeah, they pretty much probably found out where he was and
no,
he's
there's very
gone.
few people that think that it's a problem.
And raising
There.
money to try and track him down when he's
No.
disappeared.
Actually, they are sending troops over there.
Oh my God, he's already dead. Why send
100
troops?
We're sending 100 to 1,000 combat troops.
Now that's
over
just
there.
fucking pointless. When they were sending the think tank guy to help people try and
No, they
figure
sent about 10 think tank people
that
over
was
there
enough.
a
That's
couple
all
years
they
ago.
needed. I mean, what's going on with the kids is horrible. But the fact of the matter is, those kids are gonna kill him. They're gonna kill him.
If they really
They
are
have
that upset
guns.
over it, they would.
Yeah, they have their own
Yeah.
guns in their hands that they've been trained to use, so use them on him. I mean, if he has a whole army of kids, you think those kids can't take care of themselves without his ass? Fucking Lost Boys from Hell, come on.
I don't think there were any Lost Boys that were black.
Yeah, there were.
Not
one
in
that-
the original.
Yeah, the one that wore the bear hat. What was his name? I'm trying to remember. There was Mims, Toodles, Curly. I can't remember all the Lost Boys names, damn it.
If those guys were so concerned about it, the thing is they themselves, with the money that they spent going over there doing the whole filming session, could have hired bounty hunters.
Yeah,
Take
bounty
care of the
hunters.
Senate
Why have the
situation.
U.S. military get involved?
Because they have to have a big government get involved, because that's the way we handle things around
But the
here.
guy isn't-
We go tattle to Big
The
Brother,
thing
and
is-
Big Brother's supposed to come in with their
Okay, if the guy
He's
worked,
got
depleted
fireworks.
uranium weapons
if he
and kill
worked for the
everything.
government and the government was paying him to do that with the kids, I'd say yeah. But he's a private, single organization. You know, he's not funded by their government or anything like that. So why should our government get involved?
Our government, as far as we should get involved, is if they want to send someone, send in form of a federal, like, marshal service or something like that.
Yeah,
And
that's
deport
it.
him to be tried for crimes against humanity.
But-
Not, oh, well, he's got a huge army of children.
Well,
The
this
thing
country is
is
all about waste.
so- Just because they're children, we're going to go in there and slaughter the whole
Yeah.
army.
So they're children. So we're not going to be rescuing them
We're
because
going to slaughter them.
we have to kill them to get to him. So instead of liberating the children, we're just killing the children to.
Well,
Bring
their mentality will
justice
be,
to a
well,
man.
he's turned them into monsters, so they're
So
not
wouldn't
children
those monsters
anymore.
just turn against him? Less bloodshed.
Yeah, you think, but
I know. It's a big joke.
I just thought it was cool that Rucka has a song about it already.
Well,
Well, yeah,
that
everybody's
being that it's a
doing
very
it.
popular
Yeah.
topic right now within the.
Well, it's one of
Hubbub,
those
'cause we're
media
done.
topics that's acceptable for our government to discuss
No, I just find it
because it's superfluous and it doesn't really have
It's
anything
very-
to do with our country.
well, and plus it's
That's
very
why we're allowed to
convenient
talk about it.
now that bad things are happened over in Afghanistan.
Really,
and their
really bad
government-
things that
their
we
government's
should be
wanting
talking
to push us
about.
out of there. That this happens.
Yeah.
That way we can focus our
Nobody-
attention over here.
nobody's
while something
talking
bad's
about,
going on over here.
You know, about the soldiers that are going crazy and killing men, women, and children. I mean, they're just going fucking nuts over there, gunning down
Well, you had one person go mad
towns,
and start
unarmed
killing,
towns full of women and children.
killed like 16 unarmed
Yeah.
civilians.
He is being brought back to U.S. soil to be tried, but the
Now
fact
he's
that-
going automatically going to Fort Leavenworth,
Yeah.
but he'll be tried.
But that's
decide
happening-
exactly the extent of the punishment, but he will be in Fort Leavenworth.
but that's happening everywhere, and nobody's talking about it.
well, they do, but it's like
Really low
casual
key, yeah.
talk about like, oh well.
Oh well, war's
He
hell.
watched-
Bad things
He
happen.
watched his friend
you
get
know.
his legs blown
So
off,
that's his
so
excuse
that's-
for, you know, that to me that would be like coming home and finding your wife and kid murdered, so you go butcher your neighbors next door because they were just in the neighborhood when it happened.
You saw the first person that you seen, and
Yeah.
you went mad.
That's pretty much the analogical equivalent of what's going on over there.
That's a helium balloon that they're sending up.
With a little Lego space
Lego
craft.
spaceship.
It's just to prove a point that it's easy to leave the Earth's atmosphere. You don't need a lot of thrust to get you out of the Earth's atmosphere as long as you're not carrying a lot of weight. Hence, a Lego spaceship with a camera attached to the balloon. And then you just speed it up, yeah. And it just keeps going up and up and up until it's finally in the fucking stratosphere. It's in space! And that fucking helium balloon is still going too. I'm surprised it didn't freeze and just plummet.
It might be a special material, like
Material to
some
keep
sort of
silicon balloon.
whatever that's supposed to protect.
But yeah, fucking like a spaceship in space.
Faster than a space shuttle could get there.
Faster than a space shuttle could get there. More cost effective too. I mean, here we are
It's
spending.
attacked like this.
Right? And, well, this is the joke, right? We spend thousands of taxpayers' dollars sending rockets with cameras up in space when couldn't we just helium balloon the cameras
Well,
up
Coy,
into
there's
space
also-
and then a propulsion system get
Yeah.
activated once it enters the stratosphere?
Boy, the thing is
Rocket fuel costs a lot of money.
no, it doesn't.
Rocket
Compared to
fuel?
war,
Well,
it doesn't.
yeah, compared to war.
Another clip that I've got that we're gonna get to here shortly explains that if we really wanted to go to space, it wouldn't cost nowhere near the
What they
amount
say it
what we
does.
spend on defense alone.
It's all the system
is a
checks for NASA air traffic control.
tenths
Yeah.
of a cent on the dollar that we spend on
Oh,
defense.
sure. Hey, if Mexico can send a whale to the moon for $100,
Nope.
Skip.
another lollipop chainsaw.
Hey, the big man's back.
My God, he's still alive.
The kid from Brooklyn.com. You know, I was looking at the Republican Party's presidential candidates. I mean, where do they get names like this? Mitt Romney. I mean, come on, who's got a name like Mitt? Sounds more like a goalie for the Philadelphia Flyers. Shot, saved by Mitt Romney. I mean, come on, give me a
Who
pretty
does name
good
is it
vote
short
for a
for
guy
Mitchell?
named Mitt. I mean,
No,
come
it's Mitt.
on. And Newt
M-I-T-T.
Gingrich. I mean, who would vote for a guy like fucking Newt? I mean, sounds more like a Cadillac dealership.
Well, when his parents saw a stingling and the name just popped into their head.
Newt Gingrich Cadillac.
Newt
And
Gingrich.
Rick Santorum. Sounds like he plays for the New York Yankees. Now batting number 25, Rick Santorum. I mean, where do they get fucking names like this? And Ron Paul, if I cross him out, he ain't got a fucking Chinaman shit, so forget about him. But where do they get fucking names like this? Whatever happened to Charles?
What, why forget Ron Paul?
Yes, this is
Michael,
what
hey,
the
whatever
media
happened to fucking simple
propagandized
fucking
to the
names?
people is that
Rick,
Ron
I mean,
Paul's
come
not worth looking
on.
at, even though he's the
He's
person
the
that
best
has
candidate.
the best policies
He's the
for our
best.
Yet,
government.
according to mainstream news, he's the lowest guy on the totem pole, too.
He's
not.
always been in second.
Always.
He came in second in our state.
Yep. I'm
And
not
that's just the
man.
preliminaries.
Yeah.
It's not the official vote until May.
Well, the thing about Ron Paul is the Republicans and the Democrats
Or
are
not the
afraid of
official
him
primaries
because
until May.
he's the only candidate that is not willing to play ball with the government. So they both want to blacklist him because they figure either way the government needs someone to play ball with them because we both know the Democratic and the Republican Party
Are
have,
basically the same
have
thing.
backdoor, meetings where they're all buddy
All
fucking buddy.
friendly.
Yeah.
and-
And Ron Paul doesn't do that shit. And so everyone in the media is trying to say, oh, they can't get any dirt on him. So they just
No,
say,
their biggest dirt
he's a
that they
useless-
got is, he used
oh,
to
comments he made
he used to
over
write
30,
racist
40
stuff in
years
his
ago.
news articles that he had, that he ran, that he was in charge of, but it was somebody else that made those statements
that he
that
published
he published. But the thing was, he
40
was,
years
Back
ago.
then, that was the thing.
That's the way everybody talked. Everybody. You
I'm
were
very sure you could
expected
pull
to.
something on anybody from back then that was
Yeah.
racist.
So the
slur.
biggest dirt they
that
could
they
say is
might
a
have been in
racial
charge
slur
of.
that was 40, 50
Look
years
at
ago.
Fox News.
Yeah.
I mean, we could pull a ton of
Oh,
crap on
God, O'Reilly and all that
all
shit.
of them
Yeah.
from 20
Yeah, well,
years,
I'm
30
really
years ago.
glad that with Fox News, with everything important going on, they have the time to talk about Obama's Speedo. That's very important to be on news.
You know, and
For
then some
Fox, it is. Yeah.
found out Tom's biggest concern was abortion. And he's already, because I directly wrote him about that, because I
Yeah, I had a
went
big
off on
concern about his stance
his
on
thing. His stance is what it is, but it's personal. That he's going to leave it up to the states to decide what they want to do
That
and get the
government shouldn't
federal
regulate
government out
state
of it
law.
because it's states that should decide it, which
States have their
are
own
up to
laws,
the voters.
and it's not up to the president to overturn state law, which has been happening over and over and over again. And
Well, bottom line,
Ron Paul is old but awesome.
it has to be, it needs to be personal responsibility, and then if you abuse it, that's when it steps
Well, and that's
in.
ultimately up to the voters in the state. And all you have to do there is decide what state you want to live in based upon their laws. Because
Though
you
I
know
do
that the
think
South's going to have a little different view
laws
than what
than-
Washington
yeah.
State.
Well,
You know,
the
the
South
East
is
Coast
because
and
of
the
all
West
the
Coast.
inbreeding that's taking place, and they're wanting to get rid of that
Well,
retarded
well,
fish frogs.
No, they want abortion banned.
Banned, totally illegal,
technically.
yeah.
Their politicians do, but
But,
the people there keep on
you know,
overruling.
you have
because of
differences
certain
between the North and the South, just like you have between the East and the West. It's like, okay, you go online customer service on someone on the West Coast, and they're polite and courteous, and they actually try to help you. You call customer service helplines on the East Coast, around New York, Jersey, Florida,
No, anyone.
Yeah, what do you
anywhere. Yeah, pretty much it's,
We're about doing our
Why-
job
why are you
here for the hours
calling?
we're in.
why are you bothering
I don't
me?
want you bothering
know?
me. 'Cause
I don't wanna do
makes
that.
Me do something.
That's privileged information. I don't care if it's your own personal information. I don't want to deal with it. You know, and this is the fucking post office we're talking about.
So, the other day, I'm at home talking to my daughter. I have a 5-year-old, and she's in kindergarten. And she told me that all of her friends at school make fun of me because I'm fat. And
They're not her
that she
friends.
doesn't like me, her daddy. A 5-year-old girl telling me she doesn't like me, her own daddy, because I'm fat and all her friends at school make fun of me.
That sounds like my grandma when I was a little girl
You know,
telling me
it
she
hit me
didn't
deep
like
in my
me
heart.
because I was chubby
Here
little
we
girl.
go.
So, I told her to her face, fuck you and all your motherfucking friends, nigga. Give a fuck if y'all
He's
kids
awesome.
run out, whoop y'all motherfucking ass. That's why Santa Claus ain't real, bitch. So I fucked your mama, bitch. I'll fuck up all y'all kids. I don't care, goddammit.
Say
Prove it to me.
this.
Prove it to me. That's why you ain't going to Disney World, bitch. Fuck you and your friends. Fuck all y'all, bitch.
That's
It
parenting.
really hurt my feelings.
Well,
That's a cool black guy.
yeah.
Well, I'm not sure what it is. I guess I'll be okay.
Baker.
Ooh,
I'm calling the studio, Matthew. You're not shooting today.
no.
People are depending on me.
Movies bring
Is he
so
pulling a
much joy.
Ferris on his movie
Just
production?
get some rest.
Diva. He bought it.
This was a commercial for the Super Bowl.
Day like today. One of the worst performances of my career, and he never doubted it for a second. Hi, can I get my CRV brought up, please? I've got a lot to do today. Roderick. Roderick. You have excellent taste in automobiles. Life is packed with things you have to do. Sometimes you gotta live a little. Calm yourself, woman.
He's actually starting to age.
Yeah, and he's wearing a lot of makeup to hide it too. I bet he hates the fact that one of his first movies was the only one that he'll ever truly be remembered for.
I don't know. I liked him in Project X.
Yeah, but that was also one of his
names.
first movies.
How can I resist?
And the Cable Guy.
I don't know what to tell you. He's sick. Actors get sick
Yeah, that was
sometimes.
decent, but not one of his most memorable.
Thanks. Well, good night. Said it before and I'll say it again. Life moves pretty fast. You don't stop and look around once in a while. You miss it. Get going in the all-new CRV from Honda.
Is it just me, or do I keep seeing teddy bears everywhere?
It's just because that's your thing right now.
Yeah.
Oh, this one.
This is titled Fat Cat Can't Jump. Wait for it. Utter fail. I mean, the depth, the height, everything. It was like he just
Same.
belly
Belly
flopped
flop.
into the fucking air. Like, the moment he left the counter, he knew he wasn't going to make it, so he didn't even fucking try.
Ma, calm down. Listen to me. I know it says click with the mouse, but on the laptop, the trackpad is the mouse. Now, put your finger on it. It doesn't matter which finger. Good choice. Now move it down to your email icon. The little envelope. What do you mean, what does it look like? It looks like an envelope! You don't like the computer? Don't use it. Sure, we can exchange it for a salad spinner. Goodbye.
That's a Hanukkah present you're regretting, huh?
I won't say that all senior citizens who can't master technology should be publicly flogged, but we made an example of one or two that might give the others incentive to try harder.
Oh my god, I hate it, but I agree. Maybe not flogging, but in public embarrassment, yes. Definitely. I mean, just the basics, people. Just know at least the basics. Oh god, yeah, this is a keeper.
Big hair, dreadlocks, little skirt, red box, hot dog, puppeteer, smiley shorts, white hair, Tom Hanks, petticoats, nuts, buckle, Joseph's coats, jellyfish, collar girl, prison night, Ghana eye, skin cat, vanilla chip, ponytail, pirate ship, no shirt, no shoes, hoops, I took a boot, Spider-Man, back boots, Bumblebee, bad boobs, a metal creep, hipster creep, little Bo Peep, lost her sheep. These are the people of Walmart. Through the night, down the low, bags and shopping carts. These are the people of Walmart, where we save money, shop smart, only at Walmart. Jamie Foxx, Santa Claus,
That's awesome.
Woodstock, Butch Voss, man dress, Mother Goose, mullet time, car got loose, scary fruit, Dale hair, Twilight, turkey hair, camp out, fishing line, golden guys, too much wine, pedicure rings, fan horse, mane, ladies man, where's my shirt, where's my nurse, masters of the universe, radio watch, rubber band, moon,
How are some of these people allowed
To
in?
enter, that's the whole point of the song.
That bunch of freaks go to Walmart
Yeah.
in some town. I don't know what town this is, but
Big cities, I'm sure.
I mean, we've seen some weird shit
not that
before.
much.
Well, like that one guy that was walking like a fucking alien or something, that had like no hips or something. It
Well,
was
that's
like,
not his fault.
yeah,
But
but that was still
Weird
fucking
people,
creepy.
yeah.
these are people that intentionally dress
Go
the
in
way
there,
they do.
oh, like with rollers in their hair and
Yeah,
just go to
and-
Walmart. Like that.
Grateful Dead, booty bomb, widespread long hair, healthcare, Victoria's Secret's worst nightmare, Daniel Boone, Pucker Pop, Dr. Scholl's grow up, half sale,
part of the reason I don't like Walmart.
I hate how they always move everything around.
People are accepted for who they are. No one's gonna stop them from following their heart. If Sam were alive, he would make you his choice. So stand up now and smile and rejoice. These are the
Yeah, alright, that's good enough.
Walmart.
Unless they're gonna show any more freaky pictures.
Possibly might. We'll get back to it.
Well, that one goth dude with the hula hoop, I posted that online the other day. The caption read, "Even those who hate everything don't hate hula hoops."
I would have said, for kids. You know, it's for
Skip
kids.
this, we're running out of time. It's awesome, but
We have time, don't we?
8 minutes.
Ah,
Told you that.
bloody
some of our
gourds had
clips were-
spotted straps.
Spec Ops are after some umbrella intel on a nearby server. Get in before them. Also, we have a program nemesis in the area. If you can find its control unit, you can use it against the enemy.
Oh, right on.
See, I hate that. Is it just for 360?
yeah. The 360's version of the game got more bonuses than the PS3 version.
I think that we should just make games for every console system.
Yeah,
That way your revenue's big no matter what.
yeah.
You're not sitting there relying
Trying to
upon
monopolize.
huge sales from one game console. You spread it out, that way you're, no matter what, you're successful.
Operatives have been eliminated. Mission accomplished.
So it's kind of like Capture the Flag, only the flag is a nemesis.
And then you send it out to kill everything.
Yep. Oh, we got any quick clips to finish up
Well, I
with?
was gonna check. Not that one. I really wanted to do that one, but that's.
Yeah, save for next week.
Yeah, I would do this one.
Cherry bomb in the mailbox.
No.
Woo, he's fast.
He's good, but he's got a temper.
And there's something stuck in there. God damn piece
Just
of
because of
shit.
that one piece of box.
He destroys their garbage
Freaks out.
can and their mailbox. Ah. Wow. Good thing these people are recording it. And he throws all their mail in the garbage.
Yep. That's a federal offense.
How did
Probably
they know to record this? It must have happened before.
had it passed, suspected it, so they wanted to get it on
Wow.
tape. And
That's
that way
a-
they could federally prosecute him and sue the garbage company
No
and the
shit.
city.
That's pretty bad what he did there.
Oh yeah.
That's why you should never wake up to a cup of coffee and cocaine.
No, that's
Well,
why.
if you don't like your
That's
job,
why
quit.
garbage men get paid so much money is because they have to deal
handle
with
with crappy.
crap,
Yeah.
and that's why they get paid
I mean,
around
most of the
18
trucks
to
are automated anyway.
$25
They
an
hardly
hour.
have to do anything.
You know, $18-25 an hour to drive around and collect trash.
Yeah. It's a good paying job. It really is.
Skip.
あとはドリームキャストの発売を待つばかりだ
Oh, you're awesome. You're the best. Trying to figure out what game this is for.
It's just the Sega.
I haven't figured out what game this is for.
For none. It's the Sega.
No, it is for a game, actually.
So I'm guessing he's the Sega mascot, pretty much.
He was the
I hate
mascot
your
for the
voice.
Saturn.
Half of the Japanese women speak that way.
Maybe that's why they use smacked around screeching voice.
No, they.
See, he
they
was the
have their women
mascot for
talk
the
that way
Saturn.
on purpose.
And when they killed it off, they killed him off. But they did that with the final game for the Saturn as well.
Okay.
I just thought that was kind of cool.
Hi, I'm Mike, founder of DollarShaveClub.com. What is DollarShaveClub.com? Well, for $1 a month, we send high-quality razors right to your door. Yeah, $1. Are the blades any good? No. Our blades are f***ing great.
It's like the Saturday Night
blades and aloe vera
Night
lubricating
Lights
strip.
that we were watching the other night.
It's so gentle, the toddler
The
can use it. And do you like spending $20 a month on brand name
Postal
razors?
Service that
19 go to Roger
gets
Federer.
late will take the
I'm gonna
blame.
tense. Do you think your razor needs a vibrating handle, a flashlight, a back scratcher, and 10 blades? Your handsome-ass grandfather had 1 blade and polio. Looking good, Papa! Stop paying for shave tech you don't need. And stop forgetting to buy your blades every month. Alejandro and I are going to ship them right to you. We're not just selling razors, we're also making new jobs. Alejandro, what were you doing last month?
Not working.
What are you doing now?
Working.
I'm no Vanderbilt, but this train makes hay. So stop forgetting to buy your blades every month and start deciding where you're going to stack all those dollar bills I'm saving you. We are DollarShaveClub.com, and the party is on.
That was good, different.
Weird.
This will be the last one.
Gather around, children, and let me tell you a story of bravery and love.
Oh no.
It begins long ago with the birth of a child so fair, so pure of heart,
Like hell.
who forever changed the face of our world. His name was Eric Cartman. But to his friends, he was Eric the awesome and cool. Throughout his childhood, Eric achieved many astounding things, but then he came against his greatest foe.
Kyle.
His evil and wicked half-brother, Scott Tenorman. Their epic battles became the stuff of legend.
The
Until
pews.
one day, Scott Tenorman did the
Oh no.
unthinkable.
Are those goddamn Buck Rogers? Yes, they are.
House late at night and totally stole a hard drive out of Cartman's Xbox. Seriously, it was such an uncool thing to do. Cartman's friends cried out with sorrow.
The
All their
Autos.
saved games were on that hard drive. Would they have to again see all the cut scenes of L.A. Noire? Would they have to replay every level of Arkham City?
Oh my
Cartman
God,
also
you suck.
knew what had to be done. To save his friends and save the day, Eric Cartman would have to get the hard drive to his Xbox back, no matter where throughout space and time the journey would take him.
That was an awesome commercial for that video game. Save that. I gotta play that for Cal.
And that's been our show.
Yep. We'll see you in a couple weeks. Well, we won't see you.
Later.
You'll hear us.